All right. Hey, everybody. I just wanted to make a quick test review for our little mini test. The great thing about this test is going to be that you get to plug your answers back in after you have solved it to see if you got your problem correct, okay? So there's no reason you should be turning this in and getting a 50 on the test because you're not going to be lazy and you're going to take the 2 seconds to plug the value of your variable back in and check to make sure that you got it right, okay? So let's run through these really quick. This first one, I see some distribution happening, so I'm going to first need to distribute this -9. And right here I have a negative sign. Remember, you can imagine that like a -1, but we got to distribute him too. So we'll end up with -9h, positive 27, because -9 times -3 is positive. -1 times 5 is -5. -1 times 2h would be -2h, and then plus 4. All right, now I'll go through and combine like terms. I see over here I have this guy and this guy. Remember, if they're on the same side of the equal sign, we're going to add those two together just like they are. Same side, you use the same sign. So I have -5 plus 4. That's going to end up giving me -1 minus 2h. I could also write that as -2h minus 1 if I wanted to. Alright, so now after that step, we want to move all of our variables to one side and all of our whole numbers to the other. Doesn't matter really which one you choose. I mean, there's benefits sometimes, but it's not a huge deal either way. So I'm going to move my variables from the right side over here to the left side. So those will go away. And I'm going to do this all in the same step to save me some time, and I'm going to subtract 27 to both sides of the equal sign as well. So those will go away. Now I'll end up with -7h, and then over here I'll end up with equals -28. And then I need to divide both sides by -7 to reduce that to a +1. I'm left with +1h. I'm going to take this over here. H is equal, -28 divided by -7 is a +4. Now this is where I'm just going to grab my calculator really quick and I'm going to plug it back into my equation. So I got h equals 4. So first I'm going to plug that in over here to the left side and see what that's going to give me. So I have -9 times, now instead of h or x, I'm going to replace it. It's a +4 minus 3. And that's it for the left side. So I'm going to hit enter and I get -9. Now whenever I plug in 4 over here to the right side, I should get the same answer. I should also get -9. So I have negative times 5 plus 2 times 4. So again, all I did was replace the h with a 4. And then outside the parentheses plus 4. And it should equal -9. So that's telling me that the left side equals -9, the right side equals -9, therefore -9 equals -9. So that's how we check these things out, make sure that we got the correct answer, okay? So make sure that you take the time after your test to plug these things back in. Alright, let's check out this, let's try out this second one. Right here, we got 2 times, number 2. Here we go. Gotta distribute again. I get 5m minus 20 equals 80. Now I'm just going to isolate my variable. I'm going to try to get this guy by himself by adding 20 over here. So that goes away. I'm left with 5m equals 100. Divide both sides by 5. I get m equals 20. Again, I'm not going to be lazy. I'm going to plug it back in really quick. Grab my calculator. I got m equals 20, so I have 5 times 20 minus 4. Again, all I did was replace my m with a 20. And if I hit enter, it should equal 80, right? Should equal 80, and in which case it does, so I'm good to go there. 2 for 2. All right, number 3. All right, so this time we have a fraction. There will be one of these fraction guys on your test, so be careful. But how do we get rid of that fraction? This time it's a negative. I don't think we've really seen a ton of negatives on the bottom, but remember, we still will multiply it by that value. So I'm going to multiply both sides by -3 to get rid of that in the denominator. So that will go away. I'm left with x plus 1 equals -21. I was multiplying that there. Then I'm going to subtract 1, have x equals -22. And again, I want to double check real quick in my calculator. So I have -22. Let me fix this, actually put it in parentheses. -22 plus 1. Okay, be careful whenever you enter this one into your calculator. I need to put it in parentheses because if I don't, it's going to mess it up. So I have -22 plus 1, and I want to divide that whole thing, the whole top, by -3. And this should equal +7 if I did it correct, in which case it does. Okay, if you, again, you got to be careful. If you put it in your calculator like this, 1 divided by 3, your calculator is going to think that you're saying -22 plus 1/3, which is not correct. So you'll see you'll get the wrong answer there. So be careful how you enter it. You can also enter it in two parts if you want. -22 plus 1, then divide that by a -3, and you'll see we get +7. Oh, up here I forgot to divide by -3, but it'll still mess it up. It'll think that you're adding -1/3. So don't do that. Be careful how you enter these in your calculator. All right, number 4. Here's a couple segment addition problems that we can practice. All right, so this one's very easy. It tells us that the whole length from A to C is 11, and we're trying to figure out what is BC. Okay, so if I know the whole part of it is 11, and then I know a piece of it is 4, what can I do to figure out the missing piece? Well, hopefully you're realizing I just need to subtract that. 11 minus 4 is 7. So the length of BC is 7. And double check 4 plus 7, that is 11, which is the total length there. All right, and then number 5 here. All right, this one, it wants us to solve for x. Okay, so kind of similar to the one that we had up top. So it's saying that this plus this is equal to a whole length of 17. So I can add those things just like that. 3x minus 4 plus 2x minus 4 equals 17. Okay, and now I can solve for x by combining like terms. 3x, a positive 2x, and then over here I would have a -4 and a -4. So x's, I have a total of 5 of those, and then -4 minus 4 is -8. All right, remember, if they're on the same side, just combine them as is. Once you move things to the opposite side, that's when you do the opposite operation, like right now. I have -8, so the opposite operation would be +8 plus 8. I'm left with 5x equals 25. Divide both sides by 5. I get x equals 5, right? 25 divided by 5. Boom. Is there a way for me to plug this back in? You could actually. X equals 5. So I could plug in, I could replace both of these guys with a 5. And see if they check out. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 minus 4. 15 minus 4, that would be equal to, I'll write it right here. This would be equal to 11. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. This would be equal to 6. So 11 plus 6, does that equal 17? Yes, it does, right? All right, so that's how you can kind of check yourself on some of these guys too. All right, and then this last one I'm going to practice with you. All right, we got kind of the same thing that we had above. It's saying this plus this equals 21, and it wants me to solve for x again. So I'm going to do it just like that. X plus 2x minus 15 equals 21. I'm going to combine like terms. I have some right here and right here. Some x's, same side, positive x plus 2x. That gives me a total of positive 3x's minus 15 equals 21. Now I want to move this negative 15 to the opposite side, so I'll do the opposite operation by adding 15. I'm left with 3x equals 36. And then I can divide both sides by 3. I'm left with x equals 36 divided by 3 is 12. And let's see if that is the correct answer. So again, I can replace this. If I plug in a 12 here for x, that would just be 12. And then here I would have 2 times 12 minus 15. 2 times 12 is 24. 24 minus 15, that is 9. So it's 12, so that's 12 plus 9. 12 plus 9, is that 21? And yes, it is. Okay, so that's again how you can check yourself out on these guys. Best of luck on your test. Make sure that you're acting right for my sub, otherwise I'm going to find you and it won't be good. All right, good luck, good luck.